Timmy, I couldn't find the button, my friend.
That's what she said.
That is troublesome. What's up? Welcome to
nothing much, man.
Podcast. And we got Timmy on the line. We got myself. We got the Giants at 7-2. We got some people jumping in. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat.
It's been a good week, man.
Music on. Thank you, Kyle. It's always an issue if we can't hear. Tim, have you heard? Hold on. You want to hear? Ready? Let me put it up a little.
Not baseball. The New York Football Giants. Yeah, New York. They play in New Jersey. I know, but in New York, Giants. Big Blue. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, yo, bleed big blue. You can write it with a Sharpie. Gutter raps, run it back like I'm Saquon Barkley. QB, Daniel Jones, word. That's my DJ. Cooking out in Brooklyn, that's my roots. I'm from BK. Which player is your favorite? You don't have to pick and choose. Cake on Thibodeau, here we go. Maybe songs that dance like Victor Cruz. Brian Dabble coaching on point like a porcupine. Got season tickets, let's kick it. Call me Lawrence Hines, extra point, steps the joint. Grab it like the last slice. Mad nights, don't forget that we beat the Pats twice in the Super Bowl. Find a way to still win. I let the skills spin, legend like I'm Phil Sims. If you're by the pool just chilling and tanning, and your jersey says Eli Manning while event planning, or at work filing papers and scanning, just keep the guards blast. Bleed Big Blue, listen to the podcast.
Oh shit!
It's a new one. I still have the old classics loaded on him.
Welcome to the Bleedbigblue podcast, dedicated coverage of the New York Football Giants by your hosts Marco, Trifecta, T-Merrick, JVW.
This one was pretty good too.
That was the first one, right?
Podcast on our New York Football Giants.
Bleed big blue, and we never gonna stop. No, and we never gonna stop. No, and we never gonna stop.
Well, we did stop. we stopped for a little bit.
Slightly. And the old one.
New York Football.
No, that's a new one. Well, it's good to reminisce.
Yeah.
What up, everyone?
We've been doing this podcast for so long, you forget how many shows we've done, how much history is actually behind it. Because, we have been called the OGs by other people.
Right, correct.
Because a lot of these podcasts were not even close to being around when we started doing this.
This is very true. I think
we took a break and they popped right in. Hey, good for them.
All good.
Some of us, we got in a little arguments with some of them. They wanted to steal some thunder, like steal names and stuff. I got an argument with that guy. He blocked me. Oh, that one guy that was our pretty much the same name.
Yeah, Bleeding or something like.
Yeah, Bleeding Big Blue instead of Bleed Big Blue. I'm like, you piece of shit.
Bleeding Big Blue podcast, I think it was. I
think he's off now.
Yeah.
Which he deserves it.
It don't matter. Just change the name. Don't make it so similar. Just think of something creative.
Exactly. Be creative, dude. You put an ing on there. That's all you did. And we were there way before you.
I was with everyone going all the craziness on Twitter of like who's getting verified and you get paid $8 to get verified and stuff like that. I don't even care about a blue check mark or anything like that. But I look to see how many people were like Bleed Big Blue. There's like Bleed Big Blue, then there's like Bleed Big Blue 2.0, BBB podcast, Bleeding Blue podcast. I'm like all with like similar like things.
Oh, they're all trying to be 2.0. They're trying to be the next us now.
I looked on Instagram too. I was like, oh my god, it's even worse over there. Jeez. None of them are me.
Hey, just for all our original people, you already know. Our Norway, you know we are original.
Yes, we are very original. Tim, what was I going to say? So my prediction at the beginning of the year was the Giants would get 7 wins. So,
yeah,
boom, I win.
There you go, done.
I win, my friend.
Hey, this is all bonus. That's what I was yelling with Captain Negative.
Oh my God!
Is he wants to get he wants to keep putting on the team, but he can't do it. He's just trying to do it to piss me off. I know that's what he's doing it for. But this is all bonus. We are not supposed to be as good. We're not supposed to have this kind of record. We're not supposed to be this good already. This is not the team they're molding. This is what they got, and they're doing what they're the best thing to do with it. And obviously, you guys can see what good coaching does. It makes you guys play over the talent you have, and that's a nice thing. And whatever happens this year, happens this year. The way I look at it is going into next year. If we're this good already, and this is not, Dable's team that he's going to mold, wait till he gets his players in here. And our guys are starting to get better. All our guys are starting to hit our prime, but there are a lot of young talent, a lot of core people that we can build around on this team.
Yeah, I agree. This is all bonus, but there's a lot of people saying, they're playing easier teams. We've also beat good teams. We could only play the schedule that we're given, so I don't care about that.
Exactly.
And yeah, am I surprised that they're doing this well so early in their progression as like a rebuild? Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm loving it the whole way.
I mean, I won't understand Giants fans that would get mad about are they supposed to be 7-2? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
We have no passing game.
Yeah,
we have absolutely no passing game. We're winning with old school Giant football. Run the ball and play defense.
Correct.
This is what I grew up watching. Let's put it this way: I don't remember Phil Simms tearing it up every year or every game when I was growing up.
This is true.
Or Jeff Hostetler or anything like that. It was handoff to Joe Morris. It was handoff to Otis Anderson. It was whatever. And we would pound. We know that people aren't going to score all over us. They're going to work for every yard and every point. That's the way we played.
All right. From Shamel said, if we lost on Sunday to the Texans, who would have been the blame? Who would have been the blame if the Giants? It would have been the pass.
That's kind of hard if we lost. If we lost, I would have said the defense for letting up some of that. But
no, I would think it would have been. Oh, you thinking he means given how the game went and we winded up losing?
Yeah, if we wound up losing.
Yeah,
that's hard to. It's hard to say that it matters how we didn't lose. So it's hard to say that. Obviously our weakness is our passing game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have officially given up on Kenny Galladay.
Off that boat, huh?
I would love him to turn it around. Don't get me wrong. I think the talent is there, and I think he's in his head completely.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's an NFL receiver, and all of a sudden he can't catch. But and we would definitely be helped out if he couldn't do something. But I'm not expecting it anymore. For the past 2 weeks, I've been like, this is the game that Kenny's going to break out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not going to happen. It's like, you keep talking all this garbage, Kenny, like, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. Prove it. You haven't proved one thing.
I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a guy who was known for making contested catches and hard catches totally not make them at all. And I think he's past the injury point where he's banged up. He's
Well, the drops he had this past game were in his hands. Yeah. Done. It wasn't like the one that was ridiculous wasn't even contested. He was just coming across. It wasn't a deep shot. It was a 10-yard pass.
Yeah, and he was
right in the hands.
The other one was a little far. Normally, I would give I would give someone the benefit of the doubt on that one if they didn't pull it up. But you're not pulling anything in, man.
And the fact is, Isaiah Hodgins, who just got signed this past week on our team, has better stats than Kenny Galladay already.
Correct.
For the season. Not for the
much.
game, for the season.
It doesn't take much, though. From Steve Martinez, do you think we are keeping Jones and Barkley? I'm going to say yes to both. Timmy?
Barkley's a done deal. They were already trying to get an extension done. It's just a matter of, are we going to pay him the $16 million an hour range, or are we going to pay him close to 12, 13? I don't care either way, personally. Sign him up. He's the best player on our offense. We need him. Mm-hmm. And you can't tell me no one else would give him that money in the league. 31 other teams would absolutely steal Saquon Barkley if they could.
Mm-hmm.
Jones.
Better question.
His biggest issue was what? Turnovers. And he's not doing that. And it's not like he's getting help. It's not like he's getting bailed out by receivers. If anything, his stats are going down because of his receivers. And Jones is playing great. Jones and Barkley are putting all their hearts on the line. And I have no complaints about either one of them.
I don't. I just don't know if they have the horses to make a deeper playoff run. I think they're going to get in, and they can sneak it. They can sneak in, and maybe they might sneak in and win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I know the last one we saw. Let's say they
now. I don't know.
Let's get crazy. We could be the 1 seed.
Technically, it is still a possibility. Yes.
We could be the 1 seed. We could have a bye. Do I think that's going to happen? No. And I'm very curious once we start playing Philly. And actually, Washington actually looked pretty good last night too. So I'm kind of worried about those games as well.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we don't blow up in the division. But let's put it this way: even if, let's say, worst case scenario, we just start losing. We hit the division games, we just start losing.
Mm-hmm.
If we just miss the playoffs, oh well. This is all bonus this season. You know the culture we're building. They actually want to win. These guys seem to be playing for each other. That's what Giants fans want to see.
Let's see, we got a few people in the chat. Will we let Galladay go? How much? I saw if they let Dave Sills go, it's $1 million against the cap.
From what I saw, I thought that was a bullshit tweet. Mm-hmm. because I thought it was comments before. I think like they wouldn't gain anything. It would just be dead money if you cut him right now.
Yeah.
I think we gain like $6 million if we cut him next year.
Right.
He's not getting cut right now. Unless he becomes really a big distraction in the locker room, which, hey, he might be. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Or he might be chilling. He might be working his ass off, behind the scenes, and Dable wants to give him a chance, but, hey, you keep dropping the ball. Who knows?
They tried.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get him the ball. Honestly, what I would love to see is first series of this next game, get him out there, literally force him the ball. Like 2-3 times in a row, force him the ball. And see if he's going to do something with it. I give him like one series. Listen, I'm going to force you the ball. I'm going to try to get you the ball. You don't do nothing with it, you can go sit on that bench the whole damn game.
So upsetting, man.
Oh, it's so frustrating because everybody knew what he was at Detroit. We all loved the signing when Kenny Galladay was coming over. I don't care about the money. They paid him whatever. I thought it was a fantastic signing for what we had.
Even before the signing, there were trade rumors, the trading deadline before that the Giants were trying to get him. So that's even before the signing.
Exactly.
So Giants are 100% making the playoffs. I mean, it would have to be a monumental collapse for them not to.
It would be. And then you Giants fans would be snapping. And then Jones might not be coming back next season if we completely collapse. I don't see that happening. And honestly, I think we're just getting better. People are getting healthier. A thing I like they're doing right now, because I know we don't have that many tight ends, they're using Nick Gates as like a third tight end, as a blocker, H-back, whatever. I think that's awesome. First of all, good for him for coming back. And he used to be one of our best offensive linemen. Now he's like a 6 offensive lineman for us.
Yeah, jumbo packages in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got Giants 1 seed. Hell yeah, from Ashley Megan. 2 first names. Look at that. Tim, I think, should we try a call?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
I don't know if it's going to work. Let me just double
if it works, it works. It don't. Nothing like technical difficulties are part of this podcast.
Yeah, it's built in. All right, so let me give you the number. Hold on. So the number is 862-314-0009. So let's try that. 862-314-0009. I think it's
who's gonna be the first call?
I think it's on. I got the phone right here. It should be plugged in. It should be good. I'll just wait for the phone to ring.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it's building up steam. I really think Odell might be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
The rumors are he's trying to decide between Dallas and us.
That's
which is going to make it hurt even more when he goes to Dallas. But whatever.
All right, so let me put everyone on point. What's going on with Odell? So he's in a little bit of a money crunch. He had his salary converted into Bitcoin when he was with the Rams. It was good for a moment, but it's not so hot right now.
Exactly.
Then he has a whole lawsuit with Nike because they're upset with him because he customized his cleats, and I think it's stupid by Nike. Whatever. He
customizes his cleats. They don't like that.
Yeah, so they're not honoring his contract because he customized his own cleat further. So they don't honor the contract. I don't know. That sounds suspect.
Yeah. They're just trying to get out of paying him.
Let's see. From Eric, for a team in the middle of a rebuild, we are killing it. Absolutely correct, my friend. Sal White, what's up, Sal? Odell's coming home. I see it. Oh, shit, did I miss a call?
You already missed a call?
Yes. I don't want to. Oh, it's from a blocked number.
Don't be blocking your number.
Yeah, then I can't call you back.
I just like I like this way this team plays, man. There's guys that are stepping it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like Belton, the rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he made mistakes and all stuff during the game, but hey, he got an interception. He's made plays. He's just going to learn and get better. And I love that we're trying to re-sign Julian Love. He deserves it. He's been a Swiss Army knife since he got here. He's willing to do whatever. And let's get the props up to Darius Slayton. This is the guy that pretty much all Giants fans, let's cut him, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's our number one receiver. He's our only receiver making plays.
Here's what I have to say about that. It's only 300 yards. Literally what it is. It's 300 yards over a multitude of games. He's better than everyone else that we got at the moment, but it's still not good. I like him.
I'm not saying he's not like. I'm not saying he's a number one. 100% not saying that, but I'm saying he's definitely finding a place on this team, and he's showing what he was showing his rookie season. He can make plays. Mm-hmm. He just has to have consistent hands. He can get open, and he can make. And when he has that ball in his hand, he's fast. You can't teach speed, and he's got it.
Yeah, you can't teach speed, you can't teach size. So, but I don't know. This passing game is going to be the death of me because I can't get a true evaluation on Daniel Jones. I think he's good. I don't know though.
Well, you would think our receivers would start getting more open because obviously they're putting 8 men in the box against us with Saquon out there. And the fact that, these receivers aren't taking full advantage of that. Well, I think Darius Slayton the past couple of weeks has. Because he's getting by safeties, so he's burning people, which we might have to keep doing that. I need Wan'Dale Robinson. I need you to start making more plays. Mm-hmm. I know you're a little receiver, and it shows a little bit, but I need you to do more.
Yeah, he's also rookie year.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Like I said, it's all bonus. Mm-hmm. I want to see moments at least for rookies where I know you're getting better every week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Out of the big four that I think that the Giants are going to re-sign, who is the player that you think could possibly leave in free agency? Out of Love, Dexter Lawrence, it will be Barkley and Jones.
Jones and Barkley aren't going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Jones is not going to have a better situation. Barkley has already said, I want to be a Giant for life. It's just a matter of getting the money right with Barkley. That's it. You could already tell they want to sign him back. If I had to guess, I would say Julian Love would be gone.
You think Julian Love will be gone?
Dexter Lawrence, he's showing that he's literally one of the top defensive tackles in the league right now.
Yeah.
Because that dude's a big man, and he's playing like 90% of the defensive snaps. And he's getting pressure, and he's getting pressured nonstop.
They took him out for what was it, 3 plays, and Pierce went up the
exactly.
You're like, whoa, get him back in.
Well, that's the thing is our inside rush between him and Williams is sick.
Yeah,
and that's the key. That's absolutely the key to our defense.
Mm-hmm.
I need more plays from. I need more plays from Thibodeau.
Linebackers? Oh, yeah.
I need more plays. Well, linebackers, I love the fact that they Tate Crowder's played tough, but you're not a starter. I like they put McFadden as pretty much he's taken over. Mm-hmm. And the nice thing is we have a lot of rookies and second-year and third-year players playing. This is a really young team.
Yeah.
So in theory, we should only get better.
I think the only gripe that I have this year is the passing game isn't that good, and the Galladay and issue and Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, the Galladay thing. I wish. I know we wouldn't do this. It'd be like, listen, I know I suck. I'll eat this contract. No, because he can't. There's no way in his mind he knows he can't justify what he's getting paid right now.
Yeah, I know. I would advise him not to do that.
The nice part is, like going into, I've been messing around the mock drafts because I just killing time kind of thing, just to see
where do you have us at?
Well, that's in the mock drafts they got us like drafting like in the late 20s, which whatever. The thing is, what's the position would you want the Giants to focus on right now? The ones I'm looking at corners and I'm looking at wide receivers.
Yeah,
I would definitely look at linebackers, but obviously not early.
Mid-20s, I would think wide receiver and corner.
I mean, because for once, granted, I would never say if it's a good offensive lineman, take them. But I don't think we have to force the offensive lineman for the first time in years.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're solid at left tackle. We're solid at right tackle. I actually like the UNC kid, the Azuda, at guard. I like that he's playing. I think we could upgrade at center with Feliciano, but he's fine. And Glinski's a good guard as well. And the thing is, we forget we still got Matt Pert on the bench as well.
Yeah,
and he just came back. He just got called up.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. If we can coach him up, that'd be a great swing offensive lineman. They could play probably either left or right tackle. And we still got Nick Gates. You still got Brenderson as well. We're actually pretty deep offensive line right now.
Yeah, I think the Giants held this past game. I think they had 11. They rostered 11, maybe even more. 11 offensive linemen. Literally, could do.
It might as well. No, the receivers can't catch. So what's the difference? You have more offensive linemen out there. At least have them block.
Maybe we might see a little Galladay action this week playing Detroit.
Well, the people were talking about the revenge game. I'm like, okay.
I just think okay.
If he had 100 yards receiving, hey, that would feel like I'd be on top of the world. If he had 100 yards receiving.
Tuto is in the house. How'd your game go, my friend? I got questions about that.
Did you watch?
I did not. I was
about to say. I was about to call you out. I was like, there's no way you watched.
I would be like LeBron James. Yeah, I saw it. And it was an amazing game, man. All the line.
Actually, I actually thought about it, and then I completely forgot about it.
I don't even know when it was. Was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday.
That's something like that. Who knows?
I can't get into rugby, but I will support.
Hey, any Giants fans will be full support.
So, Detroit, what was this? What's the spread so far? I haven't even looked.
We're actually favorites. I think last I heard it was, I want to say 6.5.
6.5.
Something like that. I'm not gonna lie, the Detroit game scares me. Because I know it's going to be a close game. Detroit's played everybody close.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping this defense steps up. Because, offense, we're going to – let's say we score like 20-some points. But
so if we score 20-something,
we're good.
But Detroit could score.
Oh, that's my problem. Is that Detroit can't score. You're absolutely right on that. They got Amon St. Brown. They got Swift. They got some good skill players over there.
Mm-hmm. Marco, we had an epic comeback win against the Aussies last Saturday. 28-27, close game. Tim, I was there at that game. Tim, it was amazing. The atmosphere was.
I was pissed because you guys didn't cover the spread.
Yeah. Tim had some money in the game. Guys did not cover the spread. You were 2 points short of that. It was very close, though.
Yeah, I was out in the stands going, oi, oi, oi.
We should have called each other. We would have got tickets next to me, but I was on the other side.
Exactly. Well, we just got back.
Plain, red-eyed. So Detroit has me worried because I keep feeling it that there's a letdown game somewhere in here. I've been wrong on the game that I thought was going to be the letdown game for the past 3 times. But
well. This is where I think the coaching steps it up. Because I don't think Dable is letting them let down.
He hasn't.
And you know what? Have we really had a really horrible half? The only horrible half I can think of is literally the first half of the Tennessee game.
I wouldn't say horrible half. I would say poor half.
But they make adjustments. They play good defense. I'm all good. Whatever happens. Am I expecting to win all these games? There's no game I expect. We're not good enough to be like, hey, this is a gimme. Even the Houston game, that's not a gimme. Detroit's not a gimme.
Mm-hmm.
We got to step it up because offensively, we aren't gonna blow out anybody.
Seattle was kind of a letdown game. I don't know about that, Lou. I don't think it was a letdown game.
I just.
I think a letdown game is a game that we're supposed to win, and we just don't show up. That I would consider more of a letdown game.
I think the Seattle game would have been more of a letdown if it was at home. But being at Seattle
makes it tougher. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, Seattle's one of the toughest places to play. And they've always, and they play tough all season. And then, give a shout out to Geno Smith for working on his game.
Playing well. Geno would have never thought it.
No, maybe we should have benched him for Eli, or should have benched Eli. No,
I was listening. That's gonna go crazy. I was listening to Colin Cowherd today in his top 10, power rankings.
Yeah,
Giants aren't in there. Tennessee is. Ravens are. Was Green Bay in there too? I think Green Bay was in there. I could be wrong on that one. Maybe Green Bay wasn't in there.
So 3 teams we beat?
Yeah, teams that we beat. They were not even at 10.
You know what? I'm fine with it. You know what? Every year we've ever done well, other than 1 year Plexico wanted to shoot himself, we were always the underdog. No one thought we were going to do. We were always coming out of nowhere. Like, I can't believe this team's playing as well as they are. And still no one's talking about us. Until we beat Dallas or we beat Philly, no one's going to take us seriously.
All right, Jay, let me hear what you were at the Seattle game, big letdown. We were sacked on injuries. Yeah, this is true too. But we still weren't favored to win that game. I think I classically think a letdown game is like, if we would have lost against Houston or if we lose against Detroit or these like lower tier teams that we're supposed to beat. Those are
the teams are supposed to beat.
Yeah. It's an upsetting game if they lose to, Seattle in a close one or really don't, it's not all there. But it's not a letdown. You know what I'm saying, Tim?
Have you guys noticed the teams are almost trying to take a key from us, as in, if you don't have that much talent, I'm going to run the ball and kill as much clock as possible so your offense can't be on the field. That's exactly how Washington won last night.
Okay. Lou,
and that's how we've won all season. We're going to try to kill as much clock as possible. Mm-hmm. So you better the few moments you get on offense, you better do something with it, or we're going to win.
Lou is saying Richie James let us down. I would say yes. I would agree.
Oh, 100%. 100%. We were in that game. If he didn't do those fumbles, we could have won that game.
Yeah. Those are big. You're getting called out crazy. Why is Tim crazy? Do you have any other reasons that we know of?
Well, I'm crazy for what?
I don't think you said anything that was that outlandish at the moment.
Yeah, usually I know it if I started some. As far I'm not being. Where do you think this team's going to end up, Marco?
At the end of the year?
Yep.
Canyon of Heroes, my friend. Okay. I think they're gonna squeak one win in the playoffs. Depending who they go up against. I feel good against Tampa Bay. I feel good against.
Honestly, I mean, everybody in the NFC, I think, is winnable.
I think we can take Seattle, depending where it is. If it's at home, I think we got a really good shot at taking Seattle. Those are the two that are the most closest to us right now.
Yeah. You got Seattle, you got Tampa. You got Minnesota be a tough game. That's a team I think is the toughest in there. But I still think we can win. I don't think it's unfathomable to think that we could lose that or win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is good?
Dallas will probably be in there, but I don't think we're going to.
The Rams are done. The Rams are done. Arizona, they're nothing fantastic. San Francisco is definitely would be a tough matchup, but we've beat them before, and we can beat them again.
Yeah, but I the way it's playing out now, we're not gonna. It's most likely we're gonna see either Tampa Bay or Seattle. I don't think there's gonna be that much movement, unless who knows, Philly does some shits to bed from here on in.
I got a feeling. I'm gonna put my mojo out there. I think Tom's getting hurt within the next 3 weeks.
You're feeling the Tom injury, huh?
I'm feeling the Tom injury.
Like an injury, he's going to miss 4 games and then he's going to come back right.
Miss the rest of the season. Miss the rest of the season kind of injury.
Whole season.
It's just a feeling. Hey, mark it on here. I'm not always right, but I am right a lot of the time.
Yes, we have thrown the juju out there before.
Yeah. I just want to put it out there. I called when Dak went down.
Yes, almost didn't play. I think it's going to happen in the quarter. I was like, what?
Well, but honestly, I want to see where I'm really going to see where we're at is when we play Philly. I think Philly's got a lot of talent, and if we play them tough, then I know we can do something.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think Washington's going to be a pushover game either.
No, 100%. I think the NFC East is playing well. I'm actually hoping Carson Wentz comes back and Heineke's not the starter. Even though I think they announced that today? The Heineke's going to be the starter.
Going forward?
I might be wrong on that. I'm not sure on that one. But I'd rather see Wentz than Heineke.
Wentz. Let me look it up. Let's see.
And I'm just ready. I'm ready for Odell to come back. I wasn't a big fan of it when they first started talking about it, but the more I think about it, especially the more I watch our passing game, I absolutely want it to happen because we need it.
So the thing I'm worried about is if he does come back, people are expecting these monster games from him. And I think you're going to get what you got with the Rams, a good wide receiver, but nothing.
I just want a good wide receiver that's a threat. That's all I want. It's somebody you have to worry about. Mm-hmm. Or especially with the way they're putting all these people in the box with Saquon, I feel Odell could go over the top. At least he used to be able to. I don't know if he can do it now. But if Odell can go over the top and we could take advantage of that, that'd be huge.
Yeah, but the other thing is he could catch. He knows the art of catching the football. You know what I mean?
Oh, an NFL receiver that can catch? Yeah. Even though that's what they get paid to do?
Yes, his routes are great, and his slant game is probably the best I think I've ever seen. But he has hands. He could he's not dropping those that I've seen plenty of Giants drop. Galladay in particular.
Mm-hmm. Well, Galladay is just that's. I think it's totally mental at this point with Kenny Galladay, because they're hitting him in his hands, and he's completely just dropping it.
He's just not focused. He's not. I don't know.
It's clearly just. I don't know what you want to call it.
Is he thinking catch and then run after the catch, but never actually gets the catch? I don't know.
He thinks I've ripped off this Giants team for a year and a half right now. And everybody's talking shit, and I want to show him something, but then he doesn't do anything with it.
Slayton can spread the D and go over the top. Slayton can, but he has the habit of drops. as well.
If Slayton was consistent with his hands, he'd be one of the better receivers in the league. Mm-hmm. He can get open, and that's what he's been doing. And keep it going, Slayton. But adding like an Odell would help out huge with our receiver core.
All right,
we definitely need help.
How about this? Sorry for cutting you off. Would you be surprised if we do add Odell that we see a rekindling of Kenny Galladay?
Would I be surprised? If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would absolutely say no. Mm-hmm. But I'm off Kenny train. Kenny's got to fucking prove it to me. I'm not hopping back on that train. You know what, Kenny? You got to catch. You just got to have like 20 yards in the game, 2 catches, and I'll be like, okay, I'll start working back. But you got to actually catch a ball.
You'll be at the station, but you might not get on the train.
Exactly. I'll look to see what times the trains are showing up if he starts catching a ball or two, and then I'll keep going forward to the door the more catches he gets. But it's going to take some catches and them actually making plays. Not only catches, I want to see the old Kenny Galladay, like a contested catch, like catching somebody over somebody when you're as big as he is. That's the reason he got brought in the first place.
Yeah.
Because in theory, if Kenny Galladay went back to where he was and we did sign Odell, you got Slayton, who's got speed. You got Robinson, who's a shifty receiver as well. The receiving core doesn't look that bad. And I'm hoping is Bellinger coming back this week?
I don't think it's going to be this week.
I know they said his vision was back.
Yeah, I think it's still going to be 4 weeks, another 2 weeks.
Suck it up, dude. Your vision's back.
It's metal. It's fine.
Would you want to see better?
You're going to wear a visor? You got to...
Yeah, put your visor on. Get over it.
Double vision. Just catch the ball in the middle.
Exactly. You don't even have to catch the ball. I just need blockers. We're hoping for guys for like Tanner Hudson and stuff like to make plays right now.
I'm pretty much on like all the roster changes and stuff like that. When they were throwing to me, I was like, "Who?"
I had to look up every week. I'm like, okay, who's playing tight end for us, and where's he?
And I must say I was doing the same.
Well, was he on a team 2 weeks ago?
Now they're picking up, dropping guys, putting them on practice squad. Hope they clear the waivers and put them back. I'm like, oh my god, the maneuvering.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna say,
is Landon Collins going to get signed to the 53?
That's why they didn't bring him up last week, because if he gets brought up one more time, you have to sign him to the 53. I think that's how it goes. You can't just keep calling up. Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I mean, we got Belton, we got McKinney. McKinney hopefully will come back this season. But we got a Belton, we got a Love. Mm-hmm. And Love actually, Pinnock is pretty good as well.
Love did good. I thought he played well. Calling it out. Wait, who did it last? Oh, Blake Martinez did it last year.
Yeah, Blake Martinez retired. Obviously, they made the right call.
Yeah,
he had one game. And he's like, I'm done.
Where's everyone crying in the chat that they cut him?
And for all the people that, main person I'm yelling at is Captain Negative, about hating on Blake Martinez. Mm-hmm. Until Blake Martinez got hurt, he played amazing for us. Mm-hmm. He played great. I really don't think he was a liability in coverage, like everybody wants to talk like he was. He was a good linebacker for us until he got hurt. But it is what it is.
All right, I went over this before. I think he was okay. He was okay for us. He didn't play that many games, number one. And yes, he piled up tackles, but If you let a guy go 6 yards down before you tackle him, it's not usually the best stat to keep.
Well, it also meant we were on defense a lot, which we'll blame that on Patrick Graham, Mr. Bend Don't Break defense.
Partially had something to do with it, but people are acting like we cut Carl Banks and like let him go, like when he went to Cleveland. Like that's how the outrage. Like, oh my God, how can you do that?
And we're so loyal when we cut somebody, but we hate the second somebody signs with somebody that we don't like.
Oh, absolutely. I'm in that camp.
Like Bradbury, fuck Bradbury. We're going to Philly. Even though, I don't blame him because he was probably pissed at us for cutting him in the first place. He was trying to be spiteful.
Oh, Tim, your whatchamacallit blew up. Your proposed
the Nixon Odell?
Nixon Odell.
Oh, yeah. That debate, there was a lot more people. I was reading the comments. Mm-hmm. I knew, me personally, I think people were hating Odell. Absolutely the more talented one, absolutely. But but Nix is not that far behind. When he was healthy, and people were like, "Oh, Odell was a top 5 receiver in the league." When Nix was healthy, he absolutely was as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And everybody's like, "Oh, because he played with Victor Cruz and all that stuff." I like. Do you think Victor Cruz didn't benefit from the fact that he played on the other side of Nix? Like it goes both ways.
Yeah, so I think that was a great matchup, like a great question because both are injury prone. One left because he got traded. One couldn't go because all the injuries were happening. So
they both left our team too early.
Mm-hmm.
And Odell's still getting hurt. I mean, honestly, that's a sucky crap. That's a sucky thing about injuries. It could take a talented guy away and quick. So let's go another debate. I'm curious, like old school versus new school.
All right, let's think of a good one. Tiki and Saquon.
Top running back of all time for the Giants. I would put Tiki in there.
Mm-hmm.
I put Rodney Hampton in there.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon, obviously.
I think it only works well when we have two options.
Debate.
I think
the problem is
Tiki would get slaughtered in the debate. That's the honest.
You think Tiki would get destroyed because he pissed off so many Giants fans?
Exactly.
The problem with Saquon is literally right now it's like a season and a half we're talking about.
Yeah. And he's probably having the best seasons he's ever had.
And these young kids have no clue how good Rodney Hampton was.
Right. And how good Tiki was.
Oh, Tiki was amazing. And, that's when we're really trying to run the ball. You remember the wishbone day? They were going to try to go Wheatley. It was Wheatley, Tiki, and Rondane.
Mm-hmm. Tiki was a third down back.
Yep.
Flourished through. All right,
that's one guy. That's a disappointment that pissed me off. I really liked Rondane. I was like, oh, he's perfect Giant. Let's ground and pound the ball with Rondane. Just didn't work out.
Who else can we throw? Because I think that's going to be lopsided.
Let's see here. As far as you can't go linebacker. We already know LT's the top linebacker. You would have to take LT out of that. Completely. Problem is, I'm trying to think of a new school linebacker that can, because I'm thinking of guys like Jesse Armstead versus whoever.
No, doesn't work.
Jesse Armstrong versus Antonio Pierce.
What about Bavaro and Shockey? No, too old, right? Both of them.
Again, Shockey was one that pissed off a lot of Giants fans too. and like if you're old, if you know who Bavaro was, there's no way you're not picking Bavaro over Shockey. Eli Phil.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go down to maybe we should do that.
Now, as far as in the comments, I can't see the comments, so you tell me what's going on. Would you guys is a good debate Eli versus Phil as the best all-time Giant quarterback?
I think we should run with that one, but I think it's
Let's
going to
preface it. Let's preface it like this: one season versus one season. Like 86 Phil versus
08 Eli.
Yeah, 08 Eli, or
Oh, why don't we do year? Which Eli do you like better, 08 Eli or the other?
You know what? The one thing I love Eli, man. I wanted Eli from the beginning. I was literally at the draft when he got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
He always came back. He was a fourth quarter magician. I hang out with a lot of Cowboy fans because I'm in the South, and they knew when it was like minutes left, Eli would always bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to.
I think
Eli versus Phil. What's something that would spark Giants fans? Like who's
They don't have anyone that could do it now. It would have to be Tiki and Saquon if you have a current player now.
T versus Saquon? Saquon would destroy in that debate. At least I would think so. Now Tiki was amazing.
That's a good idea,
especially once he figured out how to stop fumbling.
Lou's saying helmet catch versus Odell's one-handed catch.
Best catch?
I think there's
that's Kyrie all day for me.
Maybe Mario Manningham on the sideline.
Yeah.
Tiki, you think he'll get 10%? Tiki?
No. I really don't think so. I mean, because the younger generation is not going to respect him and honestly, other Giants fans hate him.
What if we do corner?
Top corner of Giant.
No, we haven't been blessed with that many corners that are that like widely known.
The thing was why the other one blew up was it was Odell. You talk about Odell, it blows up.
Want to do safety? Seahorn versus McKinney? It's too early.
Nah, I mean, you can't do that. And technically, Seahorn was a corner.
It's true.
And Seahorn was awesome when he was healthy. And so that's still one of the greatest playoff plays as well.
Yeah, and you're not gonna put Seahorn against Adoree. It's only been here 2 years.
We can, instead of going best, we can say worst.
Matt Dodge.
How How about we do this? The most hated rival player.
Just have a fill in.
You can do a fill in, or you can put a debate. Let's make our for the three that are on. So, who's the most hated Dallas player that you always, as far as the Giant?
Mm-hmm. We can do that.
I'm saying Michael Irvin. I hated Michael Irvin with a passion. But that's also showing my age.
No, he was. I kind of hated Emmitt Smith. I don't hate anyone, but like Emmitt Smith was annoying.
Mervin used to piss me off because I was a Fleepy Sparks fan, and he pushed off non-stop.
Yeah. Eagles, who are you saying Eagles?
Eagles?
Sean Jackson for me. Come on.
He's definitely up there.
The
problem is like with some of these guys, it's like hated and respected at the same time.
Their freaking tight end, I can't remember his name. On Darryl Johnson? Moose? You talking Cowboys, Eagles, or Redskins?
Who, as far as what tight end they talking about?
Yeah, he didn't
what team?
He didn't put the team.
It's tough. So like
Cowboys. Yeah, it's probably.
I mean, honestly, let's put it this way. I mean, I hated Reggie White when he was on Philly because he used to tear us up.
Mm-hmm.
I respected, but I hated Brian Dawkins as well.
Hated him too. Not hated, but.
Well, the thing is with Dawkins, I respect him. If he was on our team, I would love it. But he was on Philly, and that's what made it shitty.
Maybe he means Jason Witten. Maybe Witten used to tell.
Oh yeah, actually, we absolutely should hate Jason Witten. That's 100% because Jason Witten, every time he played us, had like the best game ever.
I went too far back, I think.
I mean, if you're looking
Witten versus Deshaun Jackson.
But you got to have somewhere for Washington, even though we don't. It's Philly and Dallas you want to beat. Washington's like the team you want to beat because you feel like you have to.
Yeah, I don't have that. Washington is just like Washington to me. It's not like,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's like whatever. I do hate that they like to steal our players. Like Barry Corfield, Landon Collins.
They never do anything.
Oh yeah, once they go there, they're shit.
Oh yeah, he's confirming. It's Jason Witten.
Jason Witten. I can agree with that one because he just tore us. So that's actually a better question. Who's the player? They're like, we got to play this guy. He tears us up every time we play. Obviously, Jason Witten's got to be up there.
He did.
Emmett was an asshole as well.
I can't think of anyone on Washington that was like, oh God, here we go.
It's true. I'm trying to think. Who, Santana Moss?
Not even.
Is somebody trying to call?
No, I think it's just notifications.
No. Washington. It's funny how bad. That's how bad Washington is right now. Is I can't really even think of anybody recently. They're like, we got to play Washington. We got to deal with that guy. Like Terry McLaurin's a great player, but I'm not worried about playing him.
Right.
And who the hell have they ever had that we're worried about? I mean, I'd have to go back to the Mark Rippon days where I was worried about Washington.
We worried about Mark Rippon. I wasn't.
Mark Rippon with was it the Three Amigos? Or was that, am I thinking a whole different year?
I'm looking at their roster now.
I'm asking that. Let's ask the comments, and they might be saying stuff now. Who's the guy that you guys couldn't stand that you knew when we played them, Giants would get torn up by him?
Put it in there.
Because I'm sure we're forgetting people because we're old and we're forgetful now.
Specifically for Washington, because I can't remember.
Yeah, specifically Washington. Yeah, Clinton Portis.
Oh,
maybe
he was good, but I don't remember him ripping us up.
Yeah, Washington's never ripped us up. I can't remember a year that I've had Giants going to Washington or Washington come to New York, and I'm like, oh, here we go. We're gonna get stomped today.
Chase Young.
Chase Young gets Andrew Thomas shuts down Chase Young. He's done it since college. And even the years Andrew Thomas was having a tough years, according to everybody else, he was shutting down Chase Young.
All right, here we go. Washington Commanders bowlers. Is it going to come up?
Yeah, look up Redskins.
We don't do that.
Oh, now it's not PC. It was fine a couple years ago when I said it. No.
You don't do that.
I personally think Washington should have said Washington football team. I thought that was a better.
I agree. Were you worried about Art Monk?
I liked Art Monk. He was a Q's guy. I mean, yeah, if you would have to go to like Art Monk, was it Sanders, like the Three Amigos time. That's how far we got to go back to worry about a Washington player.
LeVar Arrington,
which we stole. Granted, we had him for like 3 games.
Ryan Kerrigan.
Okay, if we're going, yeah, I kept thinking offense. If you want to go defense, yeah, Ryan Kerrigan definitely was a pain in the ass.
Brian Arako.
No. Maybe for a season.
There's no one offensively. I can't.
Here's the question. As a Giants fan, have you ever feared playing Washington in your fandom? Because honestly, it should be 100% no.
There's literally no one.
Have they been bad that long?
There's no one on offense. Alfred Morris, maybe?
Were you worried about Alfred Morris?
No, I wasn't. I'm trying to make it.
Clinton Porter is the only running back I can think of that was, at least newer, younger. I mean, are we going back to like John Riggins?
I can't think of any of these.
Because the hatred's always gone for me. Dallas 1, Phillies 2, Washington's way down there.
Trent Williams, were you mad about Trent Williams? Offensive linemen don't count.
You should never get mad over an offensive lineman. Especially one offensive lineman, because guess what? If you're end, that's what if you're a good end, I'll put you on the other side.
Exactly. Joe Theismann. Not really. They won the East a couple of years ago. That's to Doug Peterson. I'm lost on that one. All right, Tim, I think I'm going to call it a night, my friend.
That's fine with me, man. That's absolutely fine.
I have to figure out. I think I'm going to do.
I think we definitely put a debate out there because that Odell Knicks blew up, and I laughed that it blew up because I was like, "Wow, I did not see that coming."
No, yeah, I did. It was Odell and.
Well, once you use Odell, it's on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a good debate for Giants fans. Who is the best Super Bowl Giants team?
Mm-hmm.
Between 86, 90, 05, 09. Who's the best one out of all of them?
I would give it to. I would give it to the first Pats one.
I would say I have to say 86 because LT was in his prime. And he was on Sod Bowl then.
Yeah.
90s up there.
That old team had a squadron though at defensive line.
But I mean most of them are still there on 90.
Yeah, except for no, I'm saying the 08 team, not 860.
Oh, the 08 team. Well, yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. If you want to go to compare the teams, defensive-wise, we're built for the 3-4 and the 90 and the 86. Mm-hmm. So we had the LTs, we had the Carl Banks, we had the Pepper Johnsons, all these kind of linebackers. But we're built 4-3 for the other Super Bowls with Eli. With Strahan, OC, with Tuck. It's it's your preference. If all four of those play, who would win? Because you want it's pretty much Phil. Are you taking Phil over Eli in the Super Bowl? Because the 86, that was when Phil tore it up.
Well, he this is his only opportunity.
Are you putting Haas? The Haas stuff?
No, yeah, you can't take the Haas year. I think.
Well, that was a Super Bowl year.
I know you can't take that one because you can't take Eli or Haas over Eli. No.
So are we talking 86?
I think it's 86 versus 08. Plaxico, you have Brandon.
Well, you also had Nixon Cruz, right?
That's the other one. No, not that's 11. It was Toomer, Plaxico, and who was the third?
Steve Smith?
No.
Was it? It wasn't Steve Smith?
I don't think it was. I think he was after that.
What the hell? Man, my memory's gone.
David Tyree. No, that wasn't that year. But yes, that was that year.
Yeah, that was the year. But he was like the number 4. I mean, yeah. He barely played. Like when he was out there where they're throwing to him, like, why?
Yeah, there's another one. Oh, who's that other receiver?
It was Plexico and Toomer.
I can't think of it. No, there's another one. Steve Smith.
Oh, was it oh shit.
I'm looking on the back.
Was it Dixon?
Yes.
Ron Dixon? Or no, actually, Ron Dixon was when he returned it. The Super Bowl we lost.
Dominic Hickson.
Yep, Dominic Hickson. Okay,
you were there. Just getting yourself tongue-tied. I'll think of something for tomorrow or the next day. Maybe I don't know.
I almost want to be like rank the teams, and I know that you go Super Bowl wins. I almost want to put the Kerry Collins team in there as well and see what people rank it.
It's 5. Out of the 4, it would be 5.
Well, that team was good. We just ran into one of the best defense of all time in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So we stopped Minnesota going into that. Like Minnesota was a top team, and we beat them like 41-0.
Yeah, it was. What did they go in? We had a good record that year, right? Oh, look at Lou in the chat. 12-14 that year. Thank you. Yeah, we just got mauled.
The best Super Bowl team. Just put it up debate and see what people go up.
The best team, the best Giants team I think they ever had did win the Super Bowl. We were steamrolling them the year after, the 2009 team.
Damn Plexico. Ruined that whole season.
Definitely like that. All right, now
no one would talk shit about Eli ever if he won 3 Super Bowls.
No. It would put him first ballot.
Oh, he better be first ballot this time anyway. Because the one thing you guys got to say, all the people that want to go against the stats, and I was like, the one thing that Eli did for all the years he played every week. As a Giants fan, you never had to worry about the backup playing because Eli was going to play.
My father-in-law's texting me, the best team on the 2000 list in the divisional round. 90s team went 10-0 to start the year.
Yeah, that's true. The 90 team, I think, didn't Buffalo, Giants, and San Francisco went like 10-0. They all lost in like the next week.
Lost. I don't know. I have a hard time that. I think everyone's going to play that generational gap. It's going to be like
the generation. Well, the thing is, I'm trying to think of who I would pick out of the 4. It's like growing up, favorite team was 86.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when I turned into loving football. Loved LT, Joe Morris, Carl Banks, all those guys.
I think
the most fun Super Bowl though was
the Pats one.
Be in New England. Because no one thought we would do it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That was the most fun Super Bowl I've ever watched. But I also remember watching the 90 Super Bowl. I remember watching the 90 Super Bowl, and when Norwood missed the field goal, it was like the biggest relief in the world.
I don't know. I favor the 2000s ones over the 80s ones, the 80s and 90s ones.
I almost want to go 90.
Out of all 4?
I almost want to go 90.
He's saying Frisco went 9-0 and lost to Philly. And for most of 86, we had no wide receivers. Similar.
Yeah, that's true. 86 is what we're doing now, grounding and pounding. I'm gonna have to sit. As much as I like Eli, the problem is, I think offensively we were better than the 2000s.
Maybe we'll do Eli versus Phil.
Eli versus Phil.
Yeah. Because I think some of the.
No, my question is though, 86 of you or 86 Phil versus what Eli? Or you do because careers wise, everybody's going to say the Super Bowl. Well, technically, Phil had 2 Super Bowls as well, but
right, but one active.
Yeah.
I would do 86 Phil versus. He played well in both. I would have to look at the numbers again and see what it was. Maybe the 11 he played better.
Yeah, I mean, go. Yeah, because I would go to 2011 because Eli was coming into his own the first Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one expected that. Now 2011, it was like, okay, we know Eli can do it. So like the 2011 Eli versus 86 Phil.
It's like a Madden cards.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the debate should be like, who's leading you on the last drive? Who you taking on the last drive? 86 Phil or 2011 Eli?
Well, 86 Phil didn't have an incompletion almost.
Game on the line. Who you take, Phil or Eli?
See, I would say my father-in-law leads towards Phil, but he's saying Eli was much better than Phil. 10 times better in the fourth quarter. All right, maybe that's what it is. 86 Phil versus what are we doing?
I want to say career. I want to say careers.
Careers?
The question should be, who do you want with the game on the line, last drive, 2-minute drill? Who do you want leading the team?
I think that's going to tip towards Eli's favor. I think if we just do it straight, it'll probably be close. Because Eli is known for his comebacks, and Phil was more conservative. They ran the ball, like they passed only like 20 times.
Yeah. You want to put Daniel Jones out there versus Phil? No.
Daniel Jones or
Ken Graham or
person.
Dave Brown. Oh, no, Dave Brown versus Daniel Jones. Who's the best Duke quarterback?
What if we did? No, he wouldn't even come close. Where would he? Where people take Kerry Collins over him?
Well, so it'd be a nice debate, as in like, okay, we already know Eli and Phil are going to be 1 or 2, whatever your preference is. Okay,
who's 3?
Yeah, who's 3 and who's 4? Is it Hostetler?
86.
Or if you want to go back in the days, are you going Y.A. Tittle?
80s and up.
Or you put Kerry Collins was good for us.
He was, yeah.
Not PC, but he was good for us.
Daniel Jones is the best rushing quarterback the Giants have ever had. And number 2 is Eli.
Well, no, you got to put the Hostetler's in there.
That's true.
Hostetler ran. That was the reason he stayed in the game. Bill versus Eli. The debate to end all.
Debate to end it all. Just to get
more. I got one that could be Coughlin versus Parcells.
I bet if you put Dabble in there right now, he's going to get both.
Huh?
If you put Dabs in there right now, he'll get both. Remember people were putting Joe Judge in, like, they were doing all these photo edits of Joe Judge in there with Coughlin and Bill Parcells. I was like, what is going on? The guy won 1 game.
I think that's a good debate, though. Best coach, Giants coach ever. Parcells or Coughlin?
That's good. That's good. That's tough. I don't know who.
technically Coughlin worked for Parcells, but whatever. We're not going to get into that detail.
Some people don't know that, but
you want to throw Dan Reeves in there? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It wasn't bad.
You want Jim Fossil in there?
Wasn't bad either.
Rank the top 4 coaches of Giants all time.
Parcells, 80s up.
I love Parcells. I'm always going to go Parcells just because I'm honestly though I was a big Jim Fossil guy. I love Jim Fossil.
I think it would be Parcells, Coughlin.
It's got to be Parcells. They got the Super Bowls. They got the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Would you take Reeves over Fossil?
No. Fossil actually made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, made it to the Super Bowl. He got stomped, but I still love the Fossils. Like, I guarantee we're going to go into playoffs. I love that when he did that.
All right, so I got a lot to think about for tomorrow. All right, Timmy.
Yeah, we got the debates, man. Eli versus Bill, Coughlin versus Parcells.
Oh, and for the people who are like, oh my god, this is such clickbait. What link? I'm not linking to anything. It's not like click here and buy. Like,
it's not clickbait. It's good people. The point is to get people talking. Yeah. And there was a lot of comments on that Odell Knicks people arguing.
Yeah, I think it winded up being like 70-30 Odell.
It was, but that didn't actually surprise. It was more Knicks than I thought it was going to be. I thought Odell would win in a landslide just because those are the people on the in social media is all that generation.
Yeah, this one I think will be good too.
Hell yeah,
Timmy.
All right.
See you later, my friend.
By the way, Norway. See you later.
See you later, Norway.
Later.